Hello, good morning from Freetongue Salon. Well, time from studios right now, just slightly after 8 this morning. Well, from wherever you watch, we are across the world. The time varies, whether in the US or any other continents, the time varies. So you get the option for following on with social handles. Slick TV on Facebook, Slick TV on YouTube, and slicktv.com are we websites. Channel 37 Adewide. Hello, my name is Patrick Salia. This is today's show breakfast here on Slick Television on Channel 37. Welcome to the maiden edition of this show where they start your day with classic items, analysis, and stories with border and pertinent to you, your community, and your survival, your daily living. We're there for you, with you, and about you. Quickly though, before we kickstart with conversation and go into other aspects of the show, I'll bring you up to speed with a motivational message here for you today. Where basically they tell you, say, public education once produced stars, now it struggles to shine what's dimmed the light. We used to get 8 A's, 9 A's, and much more in public exams, WASC especially, BECE, and then PSE. But not anymore. That's not the thrust of the conversation this morning here in the Today Show Breakfast on Slick Television. We'll get some other items for you lined up. But firstly, though, I'll bring you up to speed also. Remember, we're in the transition process between the rainy season and the dry season. So I'll bring you up to speed with the weather forecast. Bring you first the stories were also critical to you before we go into the conversation about waiting make with public schools not to produce the top performers or the top best performers anymore in public exams. NPSE, BECE, and WASC. When last did you see that? Okay, let's start with telecommunications. So you will subscribe for internet. Of course, the world now, we all, one way or the other, depend largely on internet, just like food, right? Because you get for use and for do business and other activities, right? But quite recently, some of we got shocked, I'm sure. So here is, for example, let's take you through the subscription first of all. For you, before I bring you up to waiting Peter Kumba in react to, let's bring you up to speed with the subscription. So if you subscribe Orange for now, it used to be, you used to get 60 loans as part of these options. So you used to get like 15 loans, 40 loans, 60 loans, and then 100 loans. But as at few days ago, in fact, few hours ago, it depends on who say you find yourself, the 60 loans was removed. No notice whatsoever. So 60 loans is no more. So 40 loans straight up. So you were used for subscribe 60 loans for 1 week, it's no more. Maybe then go reverse them after some pressure, or maybe it go remain this way. How are you there? So these are the orange zone. The weekly bundle, for example, without prior notice. And this, look at this. This is from Think AfriCell. Also shoots exponentially. And the same happened also with QCell. So both Orange, AfriCell, and QCell then shoot up the data subscription exponentially without firstly notifying the audience or then subscribers why then for do them and whether they do them in the first place. So let me go to Peter Komba, for example, one of the many Sierra Leoneans, so many people who depend on internet for their activities. Here is what Peter Komba wrote on Facebook. He said, I'm writing out of deep concern about the recent increase in the weekly collect data bundle. Well, not only Orange, AfriCell and QCell join. Many of us have noticed that the 7 days package has moved up to 100 leons for 2 Mbps without any prior announcement. While we understand that prices may change over time, the sudden rise, that's the underlining word, the sudden rise has become as shock to a lot of customers who are already struggling to make ends meet in these difficult times. So not only about them, we basically depend largely on internet, then social media influencers, TikTokers, and YouTube, Facebookers, and other handles, any other social handlers. Me and you too depend on the internet these days, just like food. They use them for do online marketing. Some man, you know, get top up for do regular call. So we don't do that in subscription day for the week, for example. Now, a abupa for calling on cool for drag, for lunch, a school fee, whatever it is. You don't get normal top up. Even SMS, you don't get them. So we say expect them for go pull. So that's 60 leons is no more. AfriCell as well, shoot exponentially. QCell as well, falla. They're all onto the line. This is something we will follow from NATCA later on, because this seems for the turn a bottleneck. Now listen to President Julius Maada Bio quickly, because just on Friday, he began at Cambia district, Usai he go join other people, farmers and the World Health, the United Nations for celebrate World Food Day 2025. Inside that World Food Day celebration day, President Julius Maada Bio make a statement where now done the turn some form of analysis among members na the new media, especially ordinary Sierra Leoneans, where it's like for them na provocation.
Time now where they're angry. Plenty man they wait to make their hearts keep warm all the time. Now where they're angry. They're not one for talker, so they make one match for everybody. If you don't get in bomb and money, when I eat some man they eat. I swear, the whole day, that's mine no more. Plenty man they...
All right, so now it don't turn to debates in certain quarters, and now some Sierra Leoneans, instead of Sierra Leoneans, now they feel offended. Well, it depends on who you talk to or who you listen to. Somebody will say the one way they grumble, where they complain, or where they feel offended are members of the opposition. Whereas the opposition will tell you, say, not to the normal, they angry the bet. And not to the normal, they're at one. Okay. You know, remember some time recently, there was a container where they been say, 40-feet container precisely, where reports been say, get missing our Wataki. Now, reports emerge say that container, they get some substance them, some chemical them, where they use for processed kush. And that kush they ravage Sierra Leonean population right now, especially young people. So the debates don't go on for some time now. Police don't say, they don't pull out press release, ONS don't respond say, in fact, we don't pull the substance them inside the container will be mixed with some other item them and pull them substance and they go burn them. Plenty of people will ask question, where the video evidence, where the other evidence them for sure say, indeed, we not go burn them. Una claim say una call people them from the media and other parts them for witness the exercise, but weigh the evidence. Nobody no come out for substantiate. And now some civil society group them, civil society consortium on service delivery, now don't say they don't clear the state authorities of any wrongdoing inside every incident they for burn their item then they and talk and go, talk and come. Then say now the port authority not do anything wrong. So then we get that in the press conference on Friday. Also, let me react to this long line of arguments and bashing against the ports and the security apparatus of the country. Rabiatu Mansari began at our press conference day, and here is the report.
Freetonian people, guess what time it is? This is the time for grabby swimsuit, gold jean and tank top, because a big fiesta is back again. This year, we go take you to the poolside. So are you ready for this Splash Rave edition? With close to good sound and a night full of energy. This big fiesta will take place now Paradise City, Aberdeen Beach. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 8th. Just 12 o'clock afternoon. Everything gonna begin. Ordinary ticket now 100 euros standard. VIP 200 euros. It's gonna be a non-stop vibe, classic performance from different artists to grace the stage. Relax and enjoy quality entertainment with top-class DJs and fantastic crazy pool game setting. Saturday, November 8th. You will miss that you lost. So join us, make easy with a big radio with crazy brunches and make a splash together. Stay tuned for more updates. Right at Epic Radio. Those three, this one get for be epic for real. Epic Fiesta, Splash Rave edition. Splash and chill.
Epic Fiesta, Epic Fiesta, Epic Fiesta. So
every second that the society they make headline and they issue them, can up now we aid, even for clear them, can skanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar. Because of course they believe in me.
So important for broke down the issue today, for let the public understand.
3 values where this country stand for. 1, with cultural values. 2, with spiritual values. And 3, with moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on internet, nothing AI they give you.
Now that's make we they bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues there.
We are very much optimistic, say, through the ballot, we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire for determining the system of government who now wants, for determining electoral laws.
Okay, so that story they will get ready for you later in the show. But let's go to Tonkolili quickly. Some war victims the way government be relocates now to Tonkolili district don't begin cry loud, say then they suffer bad one as governments don't look inside anymore. So Aminata Kamara been go work on that side quite recently and talk to at least one of them.
Particular polio when we work no far, no get skill now, no language. As the end user you get for activity. So me I feel like for me company. where they dey na street where the last time where company say because of help bonus no dey dem inside for people like if you sit down at house you no comot everyday I go take care for you no way no so last time I found the company say we are for where this way a bigger normal struggle but me wetin na me concern wey I get for send to the government of Sierra Leone we disabled dey stream concerning of jobless what jobless okay no job for me but me I thank God where all I work there now as they see I disabled person I dey make sure I disabled person so if you like government of Sierra Leone NGOs by the way they consider the disabled they are very far away landscape when self because you don't need for tomorrow and buy they will pick it but who don't landscape there now help nobody all the free opportunities inside the book disabled go be any side of the community go be no disability inside.
And a concern from the disabled community in Atonkolili district, precisely Mabroka Tong, the headquarter Tong for that central part of the country. Okay, technology, they evolve every second of the day of our life, and new updates they emerge. So now I'll bring you the technology update.
Hello and welcome to Tech News Update on Slick Television, Channel 37. I am Willie Buku. In today's edition, in just a few years, artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and Google Gemini have gone from a mere novelty to an integral part of a trip planning for millions of people. According to one survey, 30% of international travelers are now using generative AI tools and dedicated travel AI sites such as Wonderplan and Layla to help organize their trips. While these programs can offer valuable tips when they're working properly, they can also lead people into some frustrating or even dangerous situations when they're not. This is a lesson some travelers are learning when they arrive at their would-be destination, only to find out they've been fed incorrect information or steered to a place that only exists in the hardwired imagination of a robot. And also in tech news update today, a referendum in Switzerland to decide whether to introduce electronic identity cards has taken place, with initial projections suggesting voters are evenly split. It is the second nationwide ballot on the issue after the idea was rejected in 2021 over data protection concerns and unease over the proposed system being largely run by private firms. Under the revised proposal, the new system would remain entirely optional and in public hands, with data stored on users' smartphones rather than centrally. It comes as the UK government this week announced plans to introduce its own digital ID as part of efforts to curb the number of illegal migrants living and working in the country. The proposed British digital ID would have fewer intended uses, but has still raised concerns about privacy and data security. Switzerland's plan has already been approved by both its houses of parliament, and the Swiss government recommends a yes vote. Citizens can still choose to rely on a physical national identity card, which has been standard in Switzerland for decades. A new digital ID scheme will help combat illegal working while making it easier for the vast majority of people to use vital government services. Digital ID will be mandatory for right to work checks by the end of the parliament. The scheme will be available to all UK citizens and legal residents, saving time by ending the need for complicated identity checks, which often rely on copies of paper records. And that's what we have for you in today's edition of Tech News Update. I am Willie Buku. Until next time.
Thank you, William Naboku, for the tech news. And now jobs are out. So for you, we actually get you required qualifications. Governments don't advertise some vacancies. So I'll bring you the job vacancies quickly. Well, more or less, all of them are from the government institutions. So you see the Public Service Commission precisely, that they advertise this. A range from Ministry of Finance to Social Welfare, Sports, Gender, and other line ministries of the state. So they get, for example, Ministry of Finance, they get Budget Officer, Procurement Officer, Economist, Internal Auditor, Stores and Inventory Officer, Infrastructure and Communications Officer, Software System and Application Office, Legal Officer, Financial Management Officer, all are grade 7, which means you're entitled to a lot of benefits, or at least some benefits. And then grade 6, Procurement Assistant. Minister of Social Welfare, I get Director of Social Welfare and Religious Affairs, Director of Policy and Planning and Research, Deputy Social and Religious Affairs, Deputy Director of Policy Planning and Research, Social Service Officer, grade 10, 11, and 7. And he gets Training Supervisor, grade 6. Ministry of Sports now, the position that we have available, Director of Sports, we're now grade 11, a very big grade. Assistant Director of Sports, grade 9. Senior Sports Officer, grade 8. Sports Officer, grade 7. Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs, you get grade 8. Senior Procurement Officer, Protection Officer, grade 7. Senior Protection Assistant, grade 6. And then you go to Ministry of Fisheries, you get Fisheries Officer, grade 7. Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Director, Non-Formal Education, grade 11. Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, where we can call MOPED. Assistant Director of Development Assistance Coordination, grade 9. Senior Program Officer, NGO Affairs. Senior Program Officer, Development Induce, grade 8. And Senior Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, grade 8. So you get on to the 14th, Friday, 14th day of November, as your deadline for the applications. On or before 3 p.m. on Friday. You know, so they can say usually Fridays, the half day in our government office, they know so. So on or before 3 o'clock in the afternoon, your application for don't go into the ministry. And they say now officially online application. So if you not sabi, ask somebody. If you know to computer savvy person, if you not get an email or you not get a Gmail, then ask somebody where get the facility for like help you out. This day in history, a long time ago, so many things happened. And now, here is one of such history for bringing you up to speed with.
November 3rd, 1957, one stray dog, what they call Laika, became the first living creature for go around the Earth inside the Soviet spaceship Sputnik 2. Laika na be small black and white mixed breed dog with them fend the past na streets and Moscow, and then choose him because he been calm and the ability for withstand health condition. The mission will be part of the Soviet Union space race effort during the Cold War. Well, follow the successful launch of Sputnik 1 just a month earlier, while Laika in journey proves a living organism could survive where go up space. The technology for bringing them back safely to Earth, the Nobby don't develop. Sadly, it died few hours after we take off due to overheat. Despite the tragedy, Laika mission paved the way for human space flight, help scientists they understand how living things could endure weightlessness and space travel. In sacrifice na a reminder of one major milestone na space exploration history. Na that lesson they make later than send Yuri Gagarin for go up space inside 1961 will be the first mortal man.
Thank you, Rabia Tumansari. Hit the gym, then say, you say no. And now for the US, one teacup serving may turn trouble. But what's the benefits of hitting the gym or exercising or the gym at large? Here is the advice from Paulina Bendu Samba in We Health Tips.
Today, we can talk about one investment wey no go just build muscle, but it go build discipline, focus, and good health. Gym investment. You see, for invest in gym no mean say you forget boku money. It means say you for choose for value your body and take care of your health. So, but these are some of the things that we forget in mind. 1. Gym investment na self-care. When you register for gym or buy small equipment for exercise, you dey invest in your body. Exercise go help your blood for flow fine. It go reduce stress and boost confidence. Healthy mind na healthy body. 2. It go build discipline. For go na gym regularly go teach you time management and focus. You go learn for set goal and keep your promise to yourself. That discipline dey self go help you na your work and school life. 3. It go prevent sickness. Exercise go prevent high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity. It go also make your bones and heart strong and na better prevention pass cure. 4. It go help your mood and confidence. When you work out, your body go release happy hormone wey go make you feel light and positive. It go make you sleep fine, you go think clear, and you go love yourself more. 5. Start small and stay consistent. You no need fancy gym. Even for waka, skip, or do home workout sef can count. The key na consistency. Small efforts go bring big change. So me people dem, gym investment not to for show off, na self-love, because when your body strong, your mind fresh, and your confidence high, your face and life self go get energy and purpose. So remember say, money we go spend by your health, no waste am, because your body in self na blessing and health na true wealth.
All right, welcome back. Thank you, Paulina Samba, for the health advice. Now the cost nominal na the issue, but for hit the gym, not to pass you go na the physio or the one that you can see around. Can take you 5 gallon. Self na yours. The gym take you 5 gallon. Mr. Mew, no ever they do that day. Anyway, welcome, Mr. Mew, Sylvester Mew, and then Fude Koyate. Mr. Mew, na a retired educationist. Not even a retired educationist, a retired principal, the chairman for the Association of Retired Principals, and now long-time examiner. He don't do as examiner for about 30 or more than 30 years across West Africa, Salone, Gambia, Ghana, Nigeria, for conduct public exams, especially was other public exams. Fude Koyate, the regional secretary for the SLTU in the Western area. Mr. Koyate, gentlemen, welcome to the Today Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Mr. Koyate and Mr. Mew, the last time I remember, say, a government school candidate performed best, not better, emerged as a top performer in a public exam, that been 2001. Then I've been, let me check my record, if it's correct. Then I've been Paul Abraham James. Remember that name there? He been score 8 A1s. He been get that result in geography, mathematics, biology, French, further mathematics, chemistry and physics. I've been science students. You remember that? Remember that?
Yes.
Paul Abraham James from Bow School. That was in 2001.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Whoever, you know anyone in any public school where ever?
Even one Mew from Albert Academy.
Mew?
From Albert Academy.
Then I Bobo.
Not to be Bobo. We fumbled and picking them, we get very good results. One of the best. I don't remember the year again. I make me like for talk to correct the exact date.
Okay.
But from the Albert Academy.
Nabi Was?
Nabi Was, yes.
What's Nabi the result, as far as you remember?
It gets a series of ones. A series of ones.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, a series of ones from Albert Academy.
That was a long time ago, you agree?
Yes, but we'll verify that information from them.
Mr. Koyate, you don't remember anyone?
Oh, no.
That means it's been a long time you ever hear you say a government school candidate in any of the public examination emerged as top performer in public exams. Whoever they ask you yourself the questions, why this happen or why all the things areas happen?
A lot of factors are responsible. Why we can get the private schools to do well than the government schools. One is the size of the class is a factor. In government schools, most of them big government schools, even we say Mr. Muminde, government Rokel, SSS, they can get plenty picking there in the classroom. 70, 80, up to 100. Ahmadiyya, they get up to 100. So, they get the attention. The teacher, they find it very difficult for teach a very large class. The teacher PP ratio, according to government, it should be 50 per teacher. 50 pupils per teacher. But most of them schools they are in IMSU now, most of them government schools, and they get more than that because of the large number. So now one factor we can bring about a decline in the results of public school. Another factor is the commitment of the teachers. In government schools, the teachers, some of them are not committed, but they are committed when teaching the private schools. Some are teaching the government schools, some are teaching the private schools. But perhaps one of the reasons is the financial benefit. Some private schools, not all, or some of them big private schools, they pay teachers very, very well. Some teachers, some private schools, they pay some teacher 5,000 leons a month, 5 million. You hardly get a government school, they pay 5,000 leons a month to a teacher. So the commitment, of the teachers then, they can teach better. Because they pay them more than the private schools, so they teach better. And they give most of the time at the private schools than what they call. The another reason is the population at the private schools. I just talked about the population at the public schools. Not so? Large class. For them private school, they say we get one class when you get 13 picking there. For SSS. Sometimes the arts team will get 15, 13. Science, 13, 15. So the teacher, they get more time. Dedicate more in time. When they begin, for example, they get work for do, they get time for correct time and assess the picking there. Time for pay more attention to them. But can you imagine if you get a private school, you go over 70 picking there? Which time will go for correct all and script them? It's so difficult. Then another factor, we can make the private schools there, they do well. The principals or the proprietors of the schools, and they cater for the teaching and learning materials. Every picking they get the teaching and learning materials we required for Legeta as adverse to the public schools. Some of them picking and say don't get the textbooks them for some of them subjects in the strain, because they say they pay school fees, government pays for them, all that thing. But within a private school, the parents they pay them 13 million, 14 million for the year. If you say you get to do something for that parents because they pay high. So there's much concentration. These are some of the factors where year in, year out, you get most of them private schools, they do well in vast examination as against the government schools. These are some of the factors. And I want to say government has to look into it. Government has to look into it. Even then private schools then, they can organize some extra classes there for the beginner. We are in, then they give them extra tuition in addition to what they get in the classrooms. So what we want to do as Sierra Leone Teachers Union is then we get a conference, a national conference. For example, this year, a lot of people fail. 11% pass English language. We come to that, okay, so we'll leave that one. But these are some of the reasons. That shortly because okay, but these are some of the reasons why
we can listen to the Minister of Basic Education, Conrad Saki, who announced the Becker results for this year, this academic year, last academic year. We announced them last week. We'll come listen to him shortly in the analysis we give. Mr. Mew.
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate in station the fact that in a concern about the development of education in Sierra Leone. If all the other people, the stations, they're also interested, I think some of the problems they will be able for FETAM and will restore the glory of Sierra Leone. The problems now the education system now, it pass mark. And because it pass mark, now the government schools them and government assisted schools, the performance no good. For example, we get many teachers we not in a government payroll. I go now school prize giving, the senior secondary school talk say, in get 17 teachers we not in a payroll, and at the monitor them things they do, but now we see some they don't take 70 teachers not in a government payroll.
17 as in 17?
Yes. Not be in a government payroll last year. I even monitor them up to last week. You see they don't recruit some, they don't take some. Boku the school hardly go na any government or government assisted school, you know go meet teacher we not in a government payroll. Any school go there, you get teacher they will not in a government payroll. We know to that's not be the situation. We will be do very well. Two, the teachers Boku not committed to their work now. Some Boku school and they decide for go one shift just for enhanced performance that they school them. Any of the teachers, some of the teachers them, where the school decide for go one shift, then they come out, they go to other school they for go teach. Because they get job where they do in a private school, na morning, afternoon, then go to government school then. So as the school go one shift, some of the teachers then they lost them. Some seasoned teachers them. Another problem, teachers are not prepare notes of lesson, scheme of work. Even some teacher na school beginning they give for mark school register. When we be the teacher, you must get your scheme of work ready. Head of department for those sign which you get for teach starting today Monday.
What in a Monday they help?
It will show you what you want to teach this week we begin today. From Monday to Friday, how you develop the plan. So we don't plan. If you fail to plan, you have plan to fail. We don't plan proper how you teach. Head of department don't look at it is very, very effective in your teaching. Because somehow when they go teach self now and not remember what you don't forget. Not all the remember. Another big problem we get. The teachers, the first picking them for what is called, they call now a remedial class. The days of Alpha Uri and not be grieved for that system there because maybe they're part of the committee. And even if they arrange a class for Saturday, they picking for day in school uniform and enough for pay for the class. Now, go na treat did for yesterday. If you say the treat full up, even primary school hall.
Even Saturday?
Saturday, they call a remedial class. First time, they get freedom for even friend teacher we will teach you picking well. Perhaps a school will get good maths teacher or will get good English teacher. No mean say he get good science teacher. Me in a commercial I be trained. And we in a British we teach we commercial. We not be just 11 in the class when they train. With the one commercial subjects. The bulk of the big man then at this country, then vice president or na me them be the runner for go teach them Pekin. Then they can then go to me now also teach them principal. Gilpin Jackson, Mrs. Carpenter principal, Prince of Wales Girls High School, all the school and I mean then they send them Pekin. I know I call one vice president when Bobo Save die. You understand America? Now to me they go now house. Okay. See Mr. Mew go teach you picking them. Then another big problem within the system now, The board wey dem don form, they say that proprietor for beard. Wetin mean line? Whether they pay the money now for, you understand? So some people, the way they bring as chairman of some school board, they just deploy. Take for example, I know in particular school, somebody will be the act as principal, they say it not belong to that religious organization. They bring other person again.
So no matter the competence?
Yeah, no matter of the company, because it not belong to that religious organization. They. We get the problems, they're plenty now.
All right, so perhaps then they reflect on the just released Becker results, where Conrad Saki, the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, announced just last week. For government, it's an improvement in the pass rates and the number of passes, but waiting become worrisome that the number of absent candidates from the exams, not only Becker, but including WASC and NPSC, as recently also previously announced by the Minister or the Ministry of Basic Education. But more worrisome are the number of seized results or withheld results by WAEC. We join Rabia Tumansaye, where we don't follow the announcement of the results by the Minister.
With the best aggregate score is Mariama Yeli Bangura of Providence International SSS in Freetown. She obtained an aggregate score of 7. She was closely followed by Aminata BCC of St. Joseph's Secondary School in Makeni.
That's not the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, where be the give the official release of the 2025 Becker result. We say the total entry we then get now 130,135 picking them from 1,900 schools them all over the country. The minister continues say WAEC released 129,226 results them, whereas then seized results for 20 schools them as a result of the school them failure for provide the continuous assessment score when a key requirement for process final results. The same way so talk say a total of 5,550 candidates then absent during the exam. One of the major highlights of the result now that 10 out of the 16 top candidates them na woman them, and this time around the school ranking come under performance category. Category A, where starts from 1 to 25, na Camboy Libanese Secondary School na Kenema na in top. For category B, 26 to 60, na Chesterton Academy na Waterloo na in lead. For category C, 61 to 150, na the Christian Reformed Church JSS School na Kabbalah. Category D, when na 151 to 300, na St. Joseph Secondary School na Makeni. Category E, when na 301 to 500, na Experimental Secondary School na Kono. And category F, where they above 500 at the Methodist Boys School na Bo, we top the list. A same way so is concerned about the increased number of our people that absent this year. Interestingly, the minister said the subject to the best performance na Limba language where record the highest average score. The minister say for the kind of way where they get increased number in absentees this year, na 10 for made and tie them or jar for work with school them for ensure say this not happen again. For Slick Television, Rabia Tumansaye.
Mr. Kuyate, how much of that breakdown day of waiting the minister announced is it of a concern to Una and the Sierra Leone Teachers Union? Because the bulk of the people and we form Una membership, that they teach at the government school and they, that then are the principals, and then are different things at the different schools. How much is that of a concern? So even though the ministry, they say there's an improvement, but look at in fact, the top performers by schools and by candidates, all are from private schools, none from government school. And that has been the trend for years now. How much that a concern to and ISL to you?
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, a concern for we at the Sierra Leone Teachers Union because we deal with teachers in government and government-assisted schools. We know they deal with the private school teachers because they are not part of the union, the teachers. And we try to advocate for better pay and condition of service for teachers. If we do that, government also they expect much from the teachers. So now a concern because then teacher then they, irrespective of the fact they know they get the kind of salary that people forget, but then forget interest in education, then for be committed. And if you want to be somebody very rich, don't go and teach. We always say what teacher then say, if you didn't have the teaching for let make money, then leave the teaching profession. So now a concern for we want to see a situation we are in, we get the top candidates then from government and government-assisted schools. And let me tell you, in as much as them very teacher then they teach at the government and government-assisted school, and the same teacher they teach at their school are in the well so in private schools. The same
so that make we say they're not owner members, the private school teachers not owner members. I begin to wonder.
No, well, we when they're in the private schools, they are not our members. But let me tell you, they teach in government-assisted schools or government schools. Well, they need to do them well. They need to do all the level best there.
Why?
Let me tell you something. Yeah, for example, you go see a government-assisted teacher, government-assisted school teacher, or government school teacher. They teach a particular subject. Let's see economics. If they teach at some point, they tell the Pekin and say, let them go attend in private class. I did the continuation of that lesson to take place. And some of them picking them, they don't get the money for going to that private class today, or they don't get the time. So why do you have to tell them for go to the private class for continuation of that lesson day, rather than telling them the next day to continue the lesson? So these are some of the factors. So as a union, we are worried and we want to advise us teachers in government and government-assisted schools that you are not be fair to the children of this country.
Before I come to Mr. Mio quickly, and una na a trade union body.
Yes, please.
Una kind of more or less all these years on the push for the welfare of teachers,
yeah.
But failing to reprimand the very teachers where not they perform. The way una don't acknowledge, say first of all, they are not performing.
Yeah.
So is it about just seeking the welfare of the teachers and failing to reprimand them when they go wrong or when they are not performing better?
Well, fine. That's a very interesting question. For Sierra Leone Teachers Union, we also take part in the development of education. That is sure. And we can advocate for let the teachers then get better pay or better conditions of service. Mm-hmm. And secondly, we also ensure say the teachers then get the training they require for them in the classroom. But waiting not to be rule and for reprimanding. But that's the responsibility. If the teacher know they perform, now make you get the inspectors of schools going to the school. Mm-hmm. You get the free quality assurance officer, how they can call them, and they're all over the country. That is their responsibility for going to the classroom for teachers write their note of lesson, do their scheme of work, and even observe the teachers' teaching. That is the role of the Ministry of Education, and that is the role of the Teaching Service Commission. And when those teachers are found wanting, understanding, then they invite to SLTU for that teacher get a fair hearing. But for say we go reprimand them, that's not our responsibility. But what we go do, we go always ensure, say, we talk to them, we encourage them, let them get some in-service training.
When are they at the board of the Teaching Service Commission?
Of course, we're at the board of the Teaching Service Commission.
And then during that process, the way at the board is supposed for them make una ginger una membership up, for let them come up to speed, and then let them do the right thing.
Yes, of course. Let me tell you something. SLT is in the board of the Teaching Service Commission. Quite recently, then we get some teachers who are, let's say, the teacher license examination. They are involved in exam malpractice. Over 170 of those teachers.
Over 100?
Over 170 teachers were accused or allegedly
involved in exam
malpractice, forget the teacher license and exam.
Okay.
So we are called by the commission to carry out an
So when they go see teachers exam, then cheats them?
That is what I'm saying.
They spy?
Well, in fact, it's not only the teacher responsible. Even the Teaching Service Commission, we get evidence for, say, some of them staff, or because the venue access code will forbid a secret understanding that venue access code na TSC no more get her, and how that code leak. If that code leak, somebody somewhere will use her through the computer, put marks them for such teachers them, and give them scores. And that was what happened.
Is it not what is reflecting in the public exams, where picking the go involved in exam malpractice? At the end of the day, they see the result?
Well, the teacher license exam is quite different from the exam malpractice that take place for work.
And so waiting before, food coming before food, they do not say the fella?
Well, that's what I say. That one is different because that is about teacher in professionalism for legal license,
and that's
one for recruitment.
And that's teacher, then I know go impart knowledge in the beginning. Look the beginning. So, what you see in Uncle or Papa do? What you hear, picking what you see, what you hear, now they do.
Yes, I agree with you. That is why we monitor the situations at the Teaching Service Commission for ensure say all the teachers they know they involved in them exam malpractices, then take the necessary actions, or for find out a way whether venue access code you know go leak out in the future, so that if you teacher not go see the exams, you know go get his score.
Mr. Mio, interestingly, the Limba language performed better than even English language, according to the analysis in the last decade. And then you see the number of withheld results as well announced by the ministry through WAEC. And then even though the government has said there's an improvement in the pass rate, but it go back to the question, why government school candidates are not there among the top best performers?
The problems there plenty, sir. Number one, some of the teachers they really teach, as I tell you now, then they go teach in a private school in the morning, afternoon they can a government school.
But even in other countries, Mr. Mio, somebody they work on 2-3 side, if they do in best, it just depends on the supervision, and then the heart where the person gets, the passion, the interest where the person gets in that job the way they do.
I like the language you use, the passion. We will teach, as teaching is a vocation. Teaching a God work. Now that's be the, but now the teachers they know to that their own system. I'll be explain to you something that will happen. If they go teach in a government school in the morning. When they come, if they come with the assignments, they will the picking the dog game. When they come, if they go sit down at the class, and tell other picking for the dictate certain things to the picking there, and not the teach. Because by governments, when you go to a private school, you rarely get for work for your money and the monitor. If you not take your work serious, then they pull you. So by the time they kind of government school, they don't tire. Now because of that, plenty of the old schools them, they all don't decide for go one shift. Me and a board member, now 1 or 2 schools. When they school and they decide for go one shift, they get teacher they will move commodity. Go find other school where they work in the afternoon. They still go to the private school in the morning. This is now one of the major things. Then the Teaching Service Commission, they said needs people with wealth of experience for do that work there. First, then before you go work in the Ministry of Education, You must not be principal or vice principal or head teacher. And so tell them you don't go the provinces, you don't go to them places before. But now any kind of person, any government we can usually bring people in at the Ministry of Education. One Ugandan Musazi writes, he said you get for get wealth of experience. If you go so the car inspect in a television station, you must get wealth of experience above the person the way they can meet, so that you will share the experience. How much experience do they call the inspectors of schools? The standard not reach up to the principal and standard. When you go talk to yourself, now make some way them go na money business, no more than they go for. You need people with wealth of experience. John Dewey say experience and education. He say you get wealth of experience, it make you work easier. You only get strain. The bulk of the people the way they go inspect the schools not reach that level they are. We need commitment. We need workshop. Before school open, they run out away private schools, they run out away for one workshop for them. Non-government or government assisted school not call itself. Because they want somebody who will go train them, teach them, show them waiting for do, how for even answer question, how for prepare notes of lesson. We will be there as principal. In August, if we do staff appraisal, the teacher will fill a form. After I don't fill the form, the head of department or supervisor for that level, they give your opinion. The vice principal, they give your opinion. The principal say go right and he gets signed for making give your opinion.
Uncompromisingly?
Uncompromisingly. That is why now you falsely write or you don't write, you hand over the form. So that the form not the good yarn again. And you know they reach that level there, you want to do their work then they, after we don't write, you go give the teacher back. We then don't even evaluate you if they can late. You go to school, Boku teacher they can late. Boku they can late. If you see house on the dress, and they short over the trousers. When picking any short over in trousers, then the dress in a class. Some teacher they way you not do assignments or you can late. You for put something inside the exercise book with the game. Now they say you for put in my head.
10 or 20 years.
At me they go round, even on Saturday, about 4 or 5 people can talk to me about this compulsory remedial class. Girl picking and run into risk when their parents cannot afford that money, that remedial class. They have to go out for go fend that money for pay for that remedial class. And decide then they go, they don't give any money for nothing. It damage the picking them. Ministry of Education for stop remedial compulsory remedial payment for remedial class right now. As I tell you, work with Alpha.
But picking need them. The picking need.
Maybe picking them go find good teachers are. Waiting to the so. We now run out of people them, they run out of certain. We get certain people like one French, late Mr. French. We person come to me, we don't teach management or commerce and their office practice. Mr. French then they go for accounting. I get what of myself we don't die. Now they send to for English. All my but now teacher like you qualify or not, now by force. Then there's a dinner so we defend them BB King. But someone would teach them a minister, na lawyer, na judge, na this and that. They are our students. They are managers.
Because ordinary the ordinary lessons in a school not sufficient for me picking for pass public exam.
But why them be the pass them? Why them be the pass them? Now no more the syllabus don't change. We do not even get teaching syllabus in certain subject areas. Me when they teach management, commerce, and BM, the teaching syllabus again are from Ghana now they shape to their school where they go assist them. I prepare plenty of the thing them. I keep conveniently bluff. The bulk of the people they are teach commerce BM, they get 111. Go check the school there, 111 and they get. Because we get wealth of experience. You they enjoy. If I sit down, so school and not see me. Hey, Mr. Notiap will not see you this period. The people they go not away. I don't teach some people and show them we look at the past questions them. Because question after 3 and I go, you can repeat any question. Me don't study all day after 15 and we prepare something there. Some people they ask you, please and I draw the question. I say, no, give me trouble. They say, because all the thing that you don't teach when I in the camp. Certain corners in I go to certain school them. I just tell the principal them. I said they tell 3 topics the way the teacher will teach business management or they teach. Now I say, Mr. Me, give me them. I say marketing management. You know the teacher. Human resource management. Law, elements of contract, they have 50. All business man go sabi, all they have 15 in there. I say go check if you don't know. We begin there. The 3 schools they were discussing, none they no teacher. Another topic they long, and the more questions they come out. So if me they teach as I don't do the introductory part, now the area then they are the go inside. Because if you go inside a particular area, they hardly the picking will get problem with you will not be able to solve them.
But again, all a set of people they blame the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, the generational change. We don't bring a whole lot of distraction, especially in the education sector. Phones being allowed at school and a whole lot of other technology, other things being used, where they cause a whole lot of distraction for the beginning at school and they host them. Aside the fact say they need to get sufficient time for letting get teaching.
That phone business, like me, this weekend I get for talk to 2 people they were they assist. Me them parent by phone because I make we form WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group where I sit down over the weekend and send work for them. For define certain things them, find way for solve problems them, you understand. We need phones them because a lot of information they get on phones, you understand. I go one particular to where somebody talk something, and I object to the thing. I say, me na expert pan, their meetings, the me clerical of it. No, Mr. Mina, so we write now constitution. Now, sir, I make you check online with they see. Which I tell and I check online. You say, well, I saw it on the door. I say, we have to change it. If we want international standards, all we to do things the winner international standards, we will make we compare ourselves to other countries them. We go now some Ghana, Nigeria, them place there, even Gambia. For make somebody go teach na village, then go to they call hardship allowance. Because we could go and teach like na free tongue. But then remote place, then Kabbalah, then place there, the way you go teach they give you extra money. So that good teacher, he will prefer to get place that they extra money. Because we go there besides the extra money they give you, then people they will give you fall, they will give you half them, we will make you enjoy your work. Until we get the experienced people then at the Ministry of Education. I'm not talking about politicians. Seasoned people them for complement the effort of the Minister of Education. It will not be easy. The challenges now, then plenty. Teacher they give picking register for mark. We give them assignments. Waiting they do them, they shape the people in the class. Now the beginning the mark and because don't come on in private school. Again, private school work where they do. I will give plenty. Me when I come out today when I come out, we say I come out their school at the go. I will give all which they happen at the school them.
All right. All this they come amidst the changes we don't make as a country in the systems, education system precisely because now the education we talk about. Remember in 2018, the Julius Maada Bio SLPP-led administration introduced, in fact, campaign on that platform day, and we introduced the free quality education where pull away the 6344 system where the Ernest Bai Koroma APC-led administration been carried following a Professor Bamanja Commission of Inquiry report, we say we will add 1 more year into the school. So when Julius Maada Bio and SLPP government come in 2018, then pull 6344, where the white paper being recommended, and then come back, then go back to the NPRC days of 6334, and a 6 years primary school, 3 years junior secondary school, and 3 years senior secondary school. And a lot of reports now don't emerge say access to education don't increase, but people they question the quality Hence, it reflects on the outcome of the exams, especially public examination. So the question is it a free education or free quality education? Or if we rather take the quality out of the education system, waiting actually not the problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. You want to say something?
It is not free quality. It is free quantity. Because now more picking they don't go to the school, the quality is not available. Any kind we go society, we get plenty people there. Any kind to give there, you go eat there, you then go eat them. You need for plan. I will share the experience. Then Tiana Bon will go from other countries, them, like Ghana, Milwaukee. But they need money. Take for example, schools them get for strike for subsidy. How much time they lost that particular period? Ghana, they get to they call JET fund, Ghana Education Trust Fund. Where they buy petrol, 1% of that petrol money go towards the free education where they introduce them. We introduce them, it's very good because they could be the drop out of school. So they became in a market no more than the truth they go sell for them people then. But it's good, but we can actually say, this country, but people not pay tax. Then they evade tax. Even that's how they get the minerals them. People are thief them, they go thief the minerals them. Government not get much from the thing and they. If them money them begin set them old and they insist that everybody they pay tax, even when they receive rent, you for pay tax or none. It is an income, you understand? We pay all the rents, then this income they will pay them. Governments will get money for even support the education system. We need for revise them today. The one where they create problem at the Ministry of Education. If they say they get program, the minister will don't provide all the finances. The one they put in charge, now they party then they invite go. They know they call season person for going at the program. Then they talk about World Teachers Day. If they want to talk about World Teachers Day, we are one of the man they will start.
Where they happen every October.
Yeah, they not they invite yourself. We students in the day, and they give all the experience there because me work with people them. If Ministry of Education say they get radio station today, I am the major one. During Ebola, now me work with UNICEF.
Radio teaching program.
Radio teaching program. I me introduce them. Now me come with the idea there that the minister be very happy with me for that particular program there.
In kind of bad time.
Yes, they be very happy. What teach even Ebola. Now me wait, they want send somebody go to Ghana for go make arrangement for exam. Now the minister say no. He say Ghana and Nigeria Gamba. He say na Sierra Leone the post of Sabina Mr. Mew. Now me go. Past why we could stay we go. I go negotiate for special exam for Sierra Leone.
Okay.
If the station we then get the radio station, now me work with UNICEF. Now we the impress. Now we begin talk to the waiting for then begin give we allowance. And then we play who will do the radio teaching program.
So, Mr. Kuyate, a lot of systems government don't create systems, new systems, added to waiting already be there exist. Some not there in existence again, so then try for rebrand some of the system and they. For example, I don't think we may ever get teaching service commission before, correct? There was no teaching service commission. We just get Ministry of Education, where they handle everything about education. But then they now they get Albert Academy, Prince of Wales, the Annie Walsh, Sierra Leone Grammar School, St. Edward's, St. Joseph Secondary School, even FSSG and Bow School, among other schools, but they perform better, if not the best, and they produce the best candidates across West Africa for them public exam here. So, but the moment where we create the system there, so for example, Teaching Service Commission, where plenty of people they expect say, as a result of the creation of the new system there, so improvements for don't take place now, and then the results in the school system, particularly public schools, for start to become better. But the moment the system there will come in force, at the time everything go back. At the same, everything go back. And then una, na SLTU, una all the part of the entire system. Una the teachers, in fact, now una they man the schools. Now una they control the schools. I'm sure maybe you want to just use that, when I use una conditions of service, when I apply it as an excuse. Correct?
Well, to be very honest with you, the creation of the Teaching Service Commission is a plus to the development of education at this country.
In what way?
And a plus to teachers of Sierra Leone.
In what way, sir?
Thank you very much. Salo, who lag behind before for Teaching Service Commission, like Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, other countries, and we don't get along before that. For example, in Ghana, they got what we call Education Service Commission. We will be advocate for SLTU, but we give it the Teaching Service Commission. Now, the data for teachers at this country, TSC get out. First, they reading Adam Minister of Education, they take care of teachers' affairs. We retire for, we good itself for, they get a document safe. As with the files and the everything.
So is it about getting data of the number of teachers or having control over them and their activities?
In fact,
Mr. Miu, for example, mentioned the issue of
talk about data.
Supervision.
Last time, with the Teaching Service Commission, don't get a plus to education system for teachers of this country. In fact, they get 5 key departments. You get department for performance, I know them called. We, in fact, they are now under the Teaching Service Commission. Then they go assess teachers at schools. They do assessment of teachers there, so that they go promote them and put them at the correct salary scale. Previously, when the team with the Minister of Education, he found out say the teacher, no, they got to call incremental point. The teacher, they know they even assessor is stagnant in position, stagnant. With the creation of the Teaching Service Commission, if I want to keep them, any principal, in fact, any principal and active principal, and they make sure they make you substantive principal. Formerly, at the Ministry of Education, you go there that active because for quite a long time, you know, happen.
And I then send them with the system being talek it be broke. I then send them they will be to get best performing candidates at the public schools. The emphasis
I disagree with you, sir. I disagree with presently. The present was exams for the past 3-4 years. It better pass the previous exams them.
You know what I say? We talk about best performing candidates from government schools.
But that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Understand what I try for say. Even then, they were the topic show. You get best performing candidate from the private school. The private schools have been topping for quite a very long time. Let's check the records. Not just stop because don't get the data. Let's check the records for previous WAS examination of this country. Understand? You define us say it gets most of them good result from the private schools. In no state they talk so now of schools doing, and they tell them the emergence of private schools they don't be mad. In the 60s and 70s, you know we get private schools there. Now they talk about them both schools. You talk about the Eastern Province. They get the best candidate now, YSS and all that stuff. It was in the 70s.
The one I referenced earlier where the show starts. Before I start for talk to now, I mean 2001.
Yeah, 2001.
Both school Abraham Paul. Yeah. 2001.
Yeah. 2002. Who had the best candidate? Not private school. 2003. Not private schools. 2004. Not private schools. Go to where and check the records. So what should they say? When you get one private school, so we get 2-3 government assisted schools, so they come up.
But since that 2001, you not go even remember when last a government school candidate performed better or emerged as the top performer in these public exams.
Now,
after 2001. We used to forget, like I don't mention the names of the schools already. After the period, and you either they are more than high. Cambridge International School, the name don't they come up prominently quite recently. The public exams, WASC as well as Becker. You were Cambridge International School, even upline and private schools, Freetown and private schools. Hardly would you hear the name of a government school candidate or government school as a top performer in recent years?
Yes, in recent years. Is it because of the creation of the Teaching Service Commission?
No, we talk about since then creates the new systems here. I just mentioned Teaching Service Commission as one example.
Just one
as an example, yes. The term don't create new systems. We don't introduce new systems for helpful curb the issue here. Now the term it's like the system broke. The time will see like the system in work, and the time will be to get a better result, if not the best.
Well, that is why I'm saying we don't talk. Me and Mr. Me don't talk a lot of factors who are responsible for the government and government as assistance will not do much. They don't give boku reasons then. Okay. So, for example, from this particular forum, we should talk about why we get 11% pass in English. Because most of the other subjects anyway, we need to talk about, there is English in the writer.
Yes.
For example, history.
So you start to ask the question.
So we have to ask the question, and that is why we need a national conference, education conference. We need to bring on board WAEC. Let me tell you the reason why people are not performing better in English language. Let me tell you 11%.
Why would I have to blame WAEC?
Yes. Well, no,
or why would I have to ask WAEC question?
Well, thank you.
Because let's make one. And to Mr. Mio, since you know work like
Mr. Mio don't talk boku. Let me say talk
yes.
small.
Yes.
Mr. Mio almost take.
No, just go on.
Let's tell you something. 11% rate in English language simply means boku pikin go for university this year. Do you know that? Because of 11%. So pikin all the results then get better subject. For example, 8 subjects, they pass all the 7, just English language. And English language takes you to the university.
And English in the right one. English in the right state.
All the other subjects, chemistry, biology.
Nice English in the right time.
If in the commercial subject, they all nice English. So if they are doing well in those subjects, why not? Why English language? So what for us why? What is wrong in our people's, in our students failing English language? Then go come get a conference day for to put you in a position whether we get for train with English teachers, they let them do better. Or we know where the problem lies, what aspect of the paper, the English language paper, you know to do well, so that this failure in English language every year should be put to an end. So my own position as SLTU, we are so worried that the results are good, the people are doing better, but because they fail the English language, they don't stop, they cannot go to university. So we want to ask
the year, for example, where that young man, Paul Abraham James, being get our best result in 2001. Well, I had to go back, I use that as my key reference point and the only reference point.
That much reference to this.
Yes, because that's the last time I remember prominently a government school candidate.
2001.
2001.
So from that area, also private school, they do well. Is that what you are saying?
And I was saying,
coming to the best results, people having the best
overall passes.
Yes.
In fact, this is an individual pass. Individual pass. Overall passes in terms of the number of candidates who sit the exam at school, who pass the exam. But this was the reference to overall candidates, individual candidates pass. We get A1. I remember there was another year where there was a candidate at Albert Academy. We've been top the one of West Africa. Mr. Me, you remember that year? Yeah. Been top the one of West Africa. This Mr. James, for example, that year they will see 2001, he passed subject like geography, subject that would critical for pass, geography, mathematics, the two mathematics, ordinary maths and further maths, biology, even French, we're not in normal language.
Yes.
We're not in L1 or L2. He passed French as well. Chemistry and physics, science student.
Fine. So I want to put
from a government school.
I want to put out to you say, even with this present result, let's check to the private government schools and government assisted schools. You have students that did well like this Ibrahim. They passed mathematics, they passed chemistry, they passed all the subjects and they are going to university. What you talk to, these are just an individual coming with the best result.
Yes.
But the government and government schools are not doing badly as we imagine them doing.
If you check to Albert result just now where the minister.
If you check to Albert Academy, check to Prince of Wales, you check to St. Edwards. You have students that have passed all the subjects, and those subjects are taking them to university.
You already result just already minister.
And the average,
last week.
the government schools are doing far more better on the average. We take an average, we take it individually, but percentage-wise, the government schools government assistants have done far more better than the private schools. The private schools are very few in number. You have to take they are very few in number. But the government and government schools are in the large number, and most of those students there.
Okay, there are few number, not just
in terms of the number of the one that passes, when they get the requirement, taking them to university, the government and government schools, they don't do far more better than the private schools.
Let's take the few available private schools, so you say, not just say not 10 private schools.
Yeah.
And not just take out of the 100 or 1,000 government schools, where don't just take 10 as well, and match them. Don't match them all. Yeah, the breakdown where the Minister of Basic Education just give the breakdown.
Yeah.
Categorize them. Even we categorize them, private schools still top. Overall average, individual passes, and all that.
And
the same for WASC, and the same for previous years.
We are talking about individual passes. But when we talk holistically,
average as well.
The average of the passes
are the same thing.
Understand the average of the passes, the government and government associated schools far more than the private schools as you imagine. The records are there. I'm not.
And at the record, any minister just announced.
What did the minister say? Say overall.
Give a breakdown. Yes. Give a breakdown of the categories in terms of individual passes and then the average passes per schools. The number of candidates will take the exam per school and how they even pass. And even go further for even mention, say Limba, Padibeke, Limba score better than even English.
Now, how many people took Limba as a subject? So how many students take English as a subject?
So you don't even imagine that aspect, for let Limba top English. As we compare the two languages and the number of candidates we
say Limba top English.
Do better than English.
In what sense? Because you know.
That's a question for the Ministry of Education.
How many people that
unfortunately, they declined coming to the show.
Sometimes not more than 50 nationwide took Limba. Or the whole country took English language. Understand? The whole country took English language.
When they talk about the number of people who sit down, we compare, let's say for example, how many percent
pass Limba? How many percent pass English? 11% of them pass English also. How many percent pass Limba? Something we talk about Limba, the whole country. Something not only 50 of them sit to Limba as a subject. So I don't know how the minister doing your analysis say Limba did better than English language. Something we talk about one student having A in Limba.
No, Beke will talk about.
Sorry, Beke. One student having or few students having A or 1 as the case may be in Limba. As compared to how many students then get 1 in English language. So for me, the minister, or we have to go back to the ministry and let them analyze that for be better.
Now the main charge of education at the
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So we will not get a better understanding of why it is also Limba did better.
The more easy we could be need them for letting they are so, but unfortunately.
But they don't agree.
Then decline.
Well, that's the problem with them. Otherwise, we should have asked them questions. Let them analyze for me. How many people in fact the whole country everybody took English. How many take Limba? How would talk say Limba did better than English language?
So what about the schools? What about the schools? The public schools versus the private schools now? You continue for the argue this, but you see, not just take the top government schools, for example, public schools, I don't mention. Prince of Wales, St. Edward's, Annie Walsh, St. Joseph Secondary School, FSSG, Bow School, Lord put down in there, for example, Lord just take them 6 a day.
Yeah, they're 6 a day.
And Lord take private schools, so take 6 private schools as well.
Yeah.
International school, Lebanese International School. Which other school, Mr. Miu? Kindly help me with the names.
Okay, we don't just say no more. Lord just say
Modern High.
Modern High.
Yes, Modern High.
Providence
International School, because I didn't get the best candidates in Beke.
Yeah.
Which other school do we even call?
NIACOM,
5. Yeah. Okay, let us take 5.
Yes, 5 of those schools.
Yes. So among them 5 school and they, which government school will even merge any of them school, them private, any of the private school and
for example, take Modern High School. We have to take how many of them sit was. Something not reach 50. Just was because of the number. So they not reach 50. Take for example, Prince of Wales. How many of them take was? So now then 1,000 or 800 or 500 candidates. Modern High School, just 50. Check now, even though they are doing well in the private school because of the number very small, understand? Let's say out of that 50 they attend Modern High School. Let's say like 40 of them get university requirement. Then take Prince of Wales with about 800 to 900 students. Something they get something 150 when they get university requirement. So take them to school and they never mind Modern High School get very good result. But when you take on the average, the one who did access to university fear that those in Prince of Wales will get over 150 or more than get requirement. So we don't talk about the constraints where government and government assistance schools they get. When you go to Modern High School, the facilities are there. Mr. Me don't talk say the teachers they left the government school, go to the private schools, go do their best day. Before I tell you the kind of afternoon at the government school say they don't look tired. There are a lot of factors. But let me tell you something. That doesn't mean our schools, the government and government-assisted schools, are not doing well. Based on the concept, we talk about them only get subsidy on time. But with all our need, understanding, with all the facilities the private schools are getting, yet still, our government and government-assisted schools are doing well. Check the average of passes in the country. When they get university, the number of people with access to university are more from the government and government-assisted schools than the private schools. We are talking about now. Only to do extremely well individually by exam, the top this that. But not for cry down. We government and government-assisted school. We have some very good teachers in the system. We are talking about the teachers who do well in this that, but we have some very dedicated teachers in the system. Very good science teachers in the private school, government, commercial teachers, and look at the result. I so pity we talk about English language. When I stumbling block for them picking now. And that's what for examining. We examine why they fail English language and they are passing the other subjects. Chemistry, biology, and all the other subjects.
Mr. Miu,
something has to be done about that.
Mr. Miu, as we go on of this conversation, Mr. Kuyate mentioned the issue of approved school. He mentioned the issue earlier. So they left the government school and go private school. Maybe as a result of the stringent measures or stringent requirements at government schools. Because, for example, in government schools, you have to be trained and qualified teacher. If you either get TC, if you either get TC, if you either be a TC holder or HTC holder. Before they approve you for teaching at a government school, correct? A public school.
Primary school, I don't know.
TC, HTC, and requisites requirements.
Yes.
But in government school, in private school, for as long as you are good at the subject, they know they look at whether you forget HTC or TC. You don't think that now one of the major reasons when private schools they perform better and they get quality teaching over the government schools?
No, sir. The private school they even run after teacher them. When they see a teacher good, then they run, convince the teacher which they go pay him, make him move even good to them.
I know people that will not get TC, they not get HTC, then they teach in private schools, and then they do.
Not today recognize one them. Some don't turn private school to a family school. All the family members then they bring come. And one thing we want to see, then they talk about this Limba and this other thing. Me work na IFAC. IFAC means International Final Awards Committee. Me work as chief examiner for that year, when I would draw the line on who that pass and who that no pass. Work na Gambia, Nigeria, all the other country them. I give the experience. One of the major problem now by percentage. If we say Limba gets more pass, it means by the percentage. If na 10% go take Limba, 8 pass, that na 80%. If na 5,000 or 10,000 go take English, you get even 2,000 pass. You understand? Now about 40%. So it will still be done. And we dey draw line by the performance. We get basic grade, you understand, for day. If we get some dentia, it will help we. For example, I get a friend we come out na Gambia. Anytime they come, Mr. Mibo must send them documents them for you. Up till now, I get books them for Nigeria, which in them feel say picking in the field. I get Gambia, I get Liberia, I get Ghana, I get the old books them there. Okay. And if you want to teach, you understand, those are old books. When they want to go question, they're old thing and they look for them. You get all the results, they go tell you question number 1. Was it a popular question? What you do the picking and all we take them? What you do you feel say they're not good? We the write them, even say Alumi the write me on, I send them to the Ministry of Education before results are released. The chief examiner's report for CAM. If we get your understanding books, then I get to share make school and look at. It will tell you about all the subjects them. Which do people not they do well. We really need to even strengthen the Teaching Service Commission. We need seasoned people, even at the Ministry of Education, with wealth of experience. You go now the other country, Now they seizing people them. I talked to Ami Padina Ghana before they call and the other time. He said, no, they don't transfer and go Ministry of Education. He was principal. How many principals do we have at the Ministry of Education?
And at 60, therefore retire.
Yes. Then they take you, then get committee where they look into you,
whether
you don't retire or not, then they take you for make good use of your experience. Even John Dew right
so
on
you mean
experience.
that the private schools they tap into?
Then they tap into it. Even workshop, I will tell you almost people that one workshop. One school they vex by Mr. Nebugo, that I know be well, they can come easy, they have to go one workshop for the teacher them. I see I know but you know look well that particular period. Okay. You see? If we get seasoned people there for one workshop, waiting our Ministry of Education, when I was chairman of principals, we are formed to call subject associations. For example, we get science, we get languages, we get arts. So all school teachers, the way they teach science them, we get a meeting for all the science teachers. So all school will get science teacher. Therefore meet with them, compete with the care, then go to go secondary school. We bring somebody when a chief examiner that subject day, talk to them what he observe, what are the challenges. But it not they happen now. When you reach now, I be reach that level, they now know what the other country they do. Now I've been introduced then in the when I was chairman of conference of principals. If arts they meet, we invite all schools that we didn't have Natonga. Therefore send a representative when I head of department for the arts department.
Right. Okay.
If we do something in a day, it will strengthen the system.
Quickly, Mr. Koyate, when I don't begin get to now waiting due now, because quite recently before school reopened in September, when I be complaining say for 3 years when I not get teaching and learning materials from government, aside the subsidies. Maybe not the factor that they were responsible for government schools not performing better. When I don't begin get them now.
These are the factors. For example, even government for this term, the school fee subsidy for this term, first term, they not get it. Then for the past 3 years, we'll be asking for teaching and learning materials to the schools. It has not yet been materialized. So these are the factors we are talking that is disturbing the educational system in Sierra Leone. If the schools don't get teaching and learning materials, how can they do well in the teaching? How can the teacher be committed in teaching? For example, talk about English language. I know Mr. Amino give profile solution, although it's work say, then he knows some of the solutions then for let people begin and do well with the perform abysmal in some subject like English language. I'd expect Mr. Amino for come out to teach, for give you something. One or two reasons why the people they perform so badly in English language. For example, as you rightly say, the teaching and learning materials, they're not still going to the schools then yet. Even this first-term school facilities, they are not in the schools. So to answer to your question, these are some of the challenges where they lead down to the poor performance in public exam for picking.
For public schools?
For public schools.
Therefore, look at chief examiner's report. WAEC now they put her online. Any school, all subjects they online.
Okay.
Now make my say me get old one them. And we get for different countries, Nigeria, Liberia, Ghana, all I get the chief examiner's report. We if now only one you read them even, it will guide you for teach English, it will guide you for teach literature, mathematics, science. I get them for all the subjects. I get the books them plenty. Why go them meeting and the way some market say, Mr. Mimi will get provide something. Now say me on the books that they can with.
So tell the teachers are not able to teach the English language for know them all
then at the report. Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
Waiting to picking and fill question number 1. Okay. Then we'll give you question number 2. All in at the report.
So journalists shall find out that report, not get that report from WAEC.
Okay.
Please.
Right.
Why do the picking
why get them? It is online now.
So why get them? So it is
online.
It's online. So it be also not the teacher them for go online.
Yes, it is online. But me if they want anybody wants hard copy for them different country, I guess so all one day we go read them. It will guide you.
All right. Thank you very much, Sylvester Mew, OOR, in a retired chief examiner for WAEC. Retired chief examiner for WAEC. Thank you very much also, Regional Secretary, SLTU, Fode Koyate. We take time for joining me also on the show. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. We are always pleased to be here at any time.
And as always, we will continue to follow up this issue around the education sector, not only limiting our conversation on why public exams, public schools don't drop in the performance in producing the top performance in the exams. Now, let's move a little from this conversation and take some aspect into daily activities like entertainment, sports, and we'll bring you some of the headline stories also later in the show. Let's start with sports. Mohamed Kolia will bring you up to speed with the issue of the Sierra Leone Squash Association donating air conditioners to the armed forces squash courts for make the facility comfortable for play. That and more, let's join Mohamed Kolia.
Hello and welcome to the Today Show Breakfast Sport on Slick Television, channel 37, with me, Mohamed Kolia. Inside this edition of the Today Show Sport Update, we will talk about the Sierra Leone Squash Association as they go to donation to the military squash court. And this also, they go with ACE and try for help the Sierra Leone Armed Forces, the squash court for let it go get the facelift where it forget so that they go to host competitions in there. And also we go talk about the Aberdeen Beach Road, the competition second edition way they in progress. We go also talk about Easter Lions as they win against Banta Football Club by 2-0. They win the first edition of the Sierra Leone Football Association Unity Cup. We go also talk about Didi Abu, a football philanthropist who decide for come with a football coaching seminar and also coaching clinic for young players that they get for the part of that particular seminar we get for happen inside Bo Town. We get more inside this particular edition. Let's go for a short break, and when we come, we'll go talk about them. Welcome back from that short break. You still watch Today Show Breakfast Sport on Slick Television, channel 37, with me, Mohamed Kolia. Inside this edition of the Today Show Sport Update, we'll talk about the Sierra Leone Squash Association as they go give donation to the Sierra Leone Armed Forces, then squash court now Wilberforce Mayon. And we see also the vice president of the association, when Edward Kabu, talk about the reason why they decide for give such donation to the military squash court.
We want to see at least every facet of society where a healthy squash players will further develop our game. When we came here, we looked at the need to have a modern court, a court where even guests that will be visiting the military, external officers, generals that will come and say, hey, what are the facilities you have? To come in, access the courts, and be proud of what they are saying. So we saw the need to further equip the courts with air conditioning. And on the spot, we decided that as a squash association, we can come in and support. So what we are witnessing today is a fulfillment of what the promise we made on that day.
Edward Cabo continue for say, this donation no go be the last one, as them as association will continue for the monitor the development of that particular court today now Wilberforce Mayon field.
This will not be the last support you will receive from the association. We're looking at further development of the courts, the food pathway leading to the other facilities in the Mayon mess. We might also be coming in from time to time, and when the need arises, for other recreational facilities that we deem fit for our military officers that will be playing here. To us, our appeal is to encourage the military for them to live a healthy lifestyle by playing squash. We want to see more military officers playing squash. By so doing, you'll be able to build better partnership with civilians and the general society. So on that note, I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to be partnering with you guys in further developing the game.
Then awaiting the Vice President of the Sierra Leone Squash Association, winner Edward Cabo, talk about the donation we then give. And also, that we listen to General Kosowa, how he feel when they receive this particular donation from the association.
Let me, on behalf of the Chief of Defense Staff, who happens to be the senior member of the Mayon Officers Mess, officers, men and women of Republic of Sierra Leone Forces, to express our sincere thanks and appreciation for this gesture. We very much appreciate your presence, and we want to convey it on our behalf to the President, in as much as this is done for the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces, but we also want you to be by us in developing it. So having said that, I want to once more thank you very much for this gesture, because this game cannot be played we quite appreciate and the level of support given by NP Sierra Leone Limited. They've done a marvelous job. But like you said, we as players now have to improve the court. We make sure that it is conducive for people to come and sit and play, entertain themselves, exercise themselves. So that was the more reason why you realized that, no, we need to have an air-conditioned room where this game should take place. And indeed, you said it, you've manifested it, and all the other promises you make, we believe it will come to pass. So on that note, I thank you very much for coming. I'll convey this to the senior membership of the Republic of Sierra Leone Forces, the gesture you've extended to us this afternoon. Thank you very much.
General Kosowa continue for say, a one outsiders them can join the Sierra Leone Armed Forces squash court so that say pass you be soldier before you can play the. So they'll get for make honorary membership for people them will not also man them before they can play the.
In as much as we are trying to bring civilian honorary membership into the mess, but we have to keep the squash independent of mess operation, so that we do not see the squash court as purely military-owned something, so that we cannot drive away our colleagues who may not be members of the mess, but yet they are members of the game. As long as they are members of the game, they want to feel free to play here, they must always welcome them. So we have to open this. So apart from the military competition that we intend undertaking, we also want to see, maybe through the help of the Sierra Leone Squash Association. I know squash courts have been established in various locations around Freetown, and this is a new court. So by selling this court to the public, we have to encourage the public to come here, and that can only be done if we have external competitions, people coming to play here externally, so that we increase our level of cooperation, it will increase our brotherliness, and then increase the kind of commitments that we have to the court.
Well, then I'm waiting General Kosowa talk about the donation where they receive from the Sierra Leone Squash Association. And now let me go to football. As the first edition of the Sierra Leone Football Association, the Unity Cup, Eastern Lions, champions of the Leeward Premier League, continue their dominance as they beat runners-up Winner Banta Football Club by 2-0. Clapton Beach Road Football Association continued the second edition of the tournament where they partner with Save the Beach as this particular competition will intensify. We see Usai Lumley community defeat the neighbor winner Aberdeen by 3-1. The captain of that particular Lumley community, winner Alfred Genius, talked to me how he feel as a captain and where he win the man of the match.
Well, really, this game we play and really push our match. We are in the opponents that come hard for play, but we take the game easy. We are in for dominate them on the first half, but we're not able. First half, the game come out 0-0. We are come in the second half and dominate in the 1-0 down, but we not relent. We push on and push on. We come and turn down the result to 3-1. Really, the magic is it. We come together as a team, put ourselves together and play consecutive ball where we do connection with players them. We come together and calculate the goal. Where we meant to force the striker win up against can calculate with the first second half goal. We can equalize. So we take in this come with 2 goals. We are in win the game. We 3-1 goal down. We come with high intensity for making winning top the table of the group. Plenty thank you to the fans them, the players them who come together and do this victory.
Still inside football, one of Sierra Leone football philanthropists when Didi Abu don't continue in good gesture for payback to the country after where he don't do donations then to several competitions them across the country. Now he don't decide for Kamwit. There's Didi Abu football coaching seminar and clinic for 8 years to 15 years picking them so that themselves will get the wisdom of soccer. This particular competition therefore starts on December the 19th, 2025. Now a grassroots coaching course and we therefore take place now different region them. But the starting force with the southern region where now the Bow Coronation Field. Now they them particular coaching course and seminar therefore take place when a 2 days coaching course and seminar from age 8 to 15 years. When all this we get for you today inside the Today Show Breakfast Sport on Slick Television Channel 37 with me, Mohamed Kolia.
And now from sports, we go to the corner outside the hot and drop, or as they drop, now they hot, or as they hot, so they drop. Then I just here tomorrow gets for the drama, the up and down inside the ENT world.
Happy New Week and welcome to the Entertainment Corner. As the hot, it drop. My name is Jasia Tumoy and this is Slick TV Channel 37. Of course, this is a new week and this is Monday, so definitely we get to go inside the acting that will happen over the weekend, and the weekend be quite tight, going from art to parties and much more other interesting things them will be making for them Bokuna State. But let's start with art. The Vivid World art exhibition will take place Friday, Nasise Drive, Lumley Regent Road, where officially open to the public for business. And the CEO Kadiatu Kamara of Vivid Emporium, now the founder of the Vivid Balls, began this for say.
Hello everybody, my name is Kadiatu Kamara and I am the founder of Vivid Emporium and recently the Vivid Vault. And you guys are here today because we're opening the vault to the public. For over 15 years we have been collecting some of the most amazing art pieces and creating with my team some of the most amazing African fashion, textile, specifically batik. And today we open it to all of you guys. We've been running for a long time, but now we are opening up what we're calling the treasures from the motherland. So there are a lot of people here today to see what they're going to find in these little chest box of treasures that we have. So I'm very excited for this. Like I said, this is just the opening tonight, and we're staying open every day from Tuesday to Sunday, and we're having Mondays off because we have to rest. But yeah, this is the opening. I'm really excited to invite all of you guys into the vault. Let's go.
Then we get different arts from across Africa and also artists then from Sierra Leone being get for display the artwork where then come with wearable art them, especially batik, where the models then be used for Wakari Waterway will be so exciting and fine for see.
This could you perfectly. Wow. This is only thing white and blue. Yeah, man. This could be yours. Everything here is representing Sierra Leone. Let's give it up for the green, white and blue.
Paintings and drawings them also be get displayed where people never get for buy a lot. But no worry, more day for you for buy as they're not officially open for business. To round up the event on Friday night, CEO Kadiatu Kamara been get an auction sale of the portrait of Lizia. Away from that same Friday day, na be Halloween night, yes, na salon. As they celebrate na Oputu, they celebrate as if na we became wonderful parties, but the biggest highlight na be the climax extra spicy will take place na Cabana, and the best dress be win $100. Also, in relation to that day, people let me get a lot of comments about this Halloween party will take place na salon because other places like the corner and also chapter 1 self being get to make the same party and people let me dress according to the theme. The complaint wakuna street na that where it come to your oje or traditional business them people they see them as fetish. But other man culture and they uphold. The big question today now how salon connect with Halloween. But anyways, a night was had, everybody enjoy, and of course as entertainers we all they anticipate for more. On November 8th, just for 100 leones na Paradise City, all road leads to the epic fiesta. Yes, it starts 12 o'clock. If you know say you na kumbra, can go you picking santem, go left on a house, may sleep and you can enjoy Tedo clean. Whether you fresh bikini where you don't keep it at a box, in London. Now time to show that sexy skin.
Fiesta.
Hey yo, my Fritonian people, guess what time it is? This is the time for grab your swimsuit, bronzing and tank top because a big fiesta is back again. This year, we go take you to the poolside. So are you ready for this Splash Wave edition? With no stop good sound and a night full of energy. This big fiesta will take place now Paradise City, Aberdeen Beach. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 8th, just 12 o'clock afternoon. Everything gonna begin. Ordinary ticket now 100 euros standard, VIP 200 euros. It's gonna be a non-stop vibe, classic performance from different artists to grace the stage. Relax and enjoy quality entertainment with top-class DJs and fantastic crazy pool game setting. Saturday, November 8th. You will miss that you lost. So join us make easy with a big radio with crazy bronzing and make a splash together. Stay tuned for more updates. Right at Epic Radio. Those three, this one get for be epic for real. Epic Fiesta, Splash Wave edition. Splash and chill.
Epic Fiesta, Epic Fiesta, Epic Fiesta.
So, if you defend side for go equalize or side for go pepper you X just for 100 leones, the VIP ticket for 200 leones. Make sure so you don't miss out because it will be amazing. Then all we get from the entertainment corner. Me and then just here tomorrow as the hot. It always the drop. And this is Slick TV channel 37. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Deneja Siatumai, for the entertainment updates. Before we close, though, go back to news stories and then take you to some of the events where they'll happen and where worthy for let me bring to you and analyze as well. So in a heartwarming gesture where for mark the 50th anniversary and celebration, the Wilberforce Baptist Church don't donate school material to 20 schools where benefits over 2,000 picking them now Wilberforce community especially. Aminata Kamara witnessed the event and now reports.
Which includes books, stationery, and other essential learning tools, was part of the church's commitment to give back to society and support education in the area. President of the Baptist Convention, Reverend Joseph Fona, whilst giving his keynote address, emphasized the importance of education in the nation.
We all know that Sierra Leone was known as the Athens of West Africa. So in other words, this church has a good vision. To make us come back to that path, I want to say kudos to them. Education is the cornerstone of development, innovation, empowering individuals, communities, and nations to progress and future. Without education, no development, no innovation. My heartfelt gratitude goes to the Wilberforce Baptist Church for this generous gesture, providing essential resources to support the educational journey of these our young people.
Reverend Augustine Kagbo, senior pastor of Wilberforce Baptist Church, said the initiative was a way of showing gratitude to the community that has supported the church for 5 decades and that they believe in investing in the future of children, as education is a powerful tool and they are proud to contribute to it.
Well, by the grace of God, we are here today as a way of celebrating God's grace and mercy at the Wilberforce Baptist Church, because the Wilberforce Baptist Church is celebrating 50th of existence, 50th anniversary, which is a golden jubilee. We believe it's a time of celebration, and with the lineup programs we have today, we decided to do one of them, which is the education program of giving back to 2,000 pupils and students of various schools around the community. Well, we are giving school bags, exercise book, geometry sets, pencil pack, pencils, and some of these are customized bag, customized pens and whatnot. Looking at the church existing for 50 years, we have been dealing with people, and you cannot get the church without people. So we have stayed for 50 years in the community. So one way of us celebrating, we should celebrate with the community, and this is one way to give back to the community, because the church is not just there in the community for just spiritual purposes, but the church is there for spiritual, physical, and social needs. So that's what we are doing, and we have been doing it. So celebrating 50 years, we decided to improve on the scale, you understand, to do it in a larger scale.
Gadi Sila, a teacher at one of the beneficiary schools, expressed her joy and appreciation. She stated that this is the first time an organization has done something like this for their schools.
It means a lot to our schools, okay? We are happy as a school, we are happy that we benefit from this organization. We are so much happy. Let me say, from the first time, this is our first time really, and this is the first organization that have remembered us in this kind of situation. So we are happy. We are really happy. Well, it's very important to the parents, because some of the parents, they were not let me say, since schools reopen, some of them will not be able to provide school items for their children. Some of them we are using old items to come to school, really. So with this help, it's a great help to the students and the parents.
Barnabas Sisse, another teacher, also commended the church's efforts. He stated that the support will greatly enhance the learning experience of their pupils and also promised that they will ensure the materials are used effectively and responsibly.
It means a lot because looking at the school, we have children that are well-to-do, but we still have some children that need help. So it means a lot to the parents, at least those who are lacking them with some of those items. It is a very good privilege for them, and it's good.
So in terms of the school, what is the assurance and sustainability of these items?
Well, as a school, we'll make sure the children are able to use these items. In fact, our school, we always monitor our kids with these school items and make sure it is well used and it is in place and it will last for a very long time.
The donation has been widely praised by educators and parents alike, with many calling it a timely intervention that will positively impact the academic performance of pupils in the Wilberforce community. Slick TV News, Aminata Kamara, Freetown.
Now, after waiting a refer to as first-hand information, when they go gather na Queen Elizabeth II ki Wataki, Osai will be a 40 feet container loss, a loss with some kush chemical them. The Civil Society Consortium on Service Delivery and Accountability don't clear state authority them say they not do wrong, waiting and do being right. So just on Friday, we get a press conference. Usai then go for address members of the public on the substance, and they would then say police been already judiciously disposed of. Rabia Tumansai get more.
Consortium described the allegation as fabrication designed to tarnish the reputation of the leadership of the institution.
Chief Executive of the Civil Society Consortium, Alfonso Manley, described the recent social and traditional media report saying not to true. The Salone Port Authority, under the leadership of Mr. Yakuba Bio, is said unsuccessfully passed the International Ship and Port Facility Security Code audit for 3 years back to back. One achievement, according to Ramwe, said they underscored the port in repetition as safe and secure place for international trade and investment. Alfonso continues says the kind of consistency international compliance make them very unlikely for the incidents of such nature for go unnoticed. He stressed the allegation designed for tarnish the image of the authority and in leadership.
You will all agree with me if you go to any airport now. As you produce Sierra Leonean passports, they'll begin to look with a different eye because of the issue of the rampant issue of drug abuse in our country. And that's not good for our country.
Chairman of the Civil Society Consortium, William Saul Lamin, say that time for the Sierra Leone they act responsibly. He continues say the kind of a way where fake news they waka, it destroy the image of the country. He emphasized said then a civil society no go sit down and watch certain misinformation undermine national progress.
We're able to see a lot of transformation at the port. In fact, I went to a particular location. I asked somebody whether we are in Freetown, Sierra Leone, or we are in Europe. The way that particular area was looked like, when you talk about hygiene, cleanliness, and all the rest of it. We are here to educate our people. We are here because right to information is also part of human rights. So that is why whenever we go out there, we get first-hand information, we come out and educate our people for them to have that first-hand information. So at the end of the day, people will not be moving here and there, having maybe false information and all of that.
For Slick Television, Rabia Tumansaye.
All right, now we'll end the Today Show breakfast for this Monday edition. Join me tomorrow, so we'll return with another exciting and insightful episode or edition of the show. Until then, thank you to the production team for putting the show together. Thank you to you who take time for following, whether on channel 37 or with Facebook page Slick TV or website slicktv.com or YouTube channel Slick TV or even with TikTok. Thank you to the guests them also. We make them up earlier in the show. Until tomorrow, Patrick Salia here. Good morning.
People, guess what time it is? This is the time for grabby swimsuit, bronze jean and tank top because a big fiesta is back again. This year, we go take you to the poolside. So are you ready for this Splash Rave edition? With non-stop good sound and a night full of energy. This big fiesta go take place now Paradise City, Aberdeen Beach. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 8th. Just 12 o'clock afternoon, everything gonna begin. Ordinary ticket now 100 euros standard. VIP 200 euros. It's gonna be a non-stop vibe, classic performance from different artists to grace the stage. Relax and enjoy quality entertainment with top-class DJs and fantastic crazy pool game setting. Saturday, November 8th. You and me, that you lost. So join us, make easy with a big radio with crazy bronze jeans and make a splash together. Stay tuned for more updates. Right at Epic Radio. Trust me, this one get for be epic for real. Epic Fiesta Splash Rave edition. Splash and chill.
Epic Fiesta, Epic Fiesta, Epic Fiesta.
Every second at the society they make headline and they issue them kintinap now we aid even for clear them kintikanga.
Those 550 plus lawyers voted on a resolution that I be the electoral commissioner for the bar because of course they believe in me.
So important for work along the issue today for the public understand.
3 values with this country stand for. 1, with cultural values. 2, with spiritual values. And 3, with moral values.
Nothing where they don't write, nothing where they don't put on internet, nothing AI they give you.
Now that's make we dey bring come to you the Today Show. We get segments where they range from interview on the big issues there.
We are very much optimistic say through the ballot we are going to clinch the 2028 elections. Okay. Not by rigging.
Because you know when they rig elections, now during the entire for determining the system of government who now wants, for determining electoral laws, for do boundary delimitation.
Get ready for the roller coaster ride. So we day-to-day story them as we dive deep into the heart of the matter.
This waka fine bus will be carried. If we get a proper transportation system, we'll be able to congest Freetown.
The leaders that we have is a reflection of us, the people.
The Today Show Breakfast, only on Slick Television, Channel 37. Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Kotoku, now the easiest way for customer for pay merchant direct from the Orange Money wallet. It's fast, safe, and no need physical money at all. Whether not for shopping, for buy food, or for pay for service them. Just pay direct to the merchant in Kotoku wallet and avoid all the stress. It's easy. Just dial #144 *42#. Enter the receiver a mobile number. Enter the amount you want to pay. enter your secret code. After that, you go receive confirmation message wey go show say the transaction don go through. But not all that normal, you can also scan and pay merchants through the Maxit app. Open the Maxit app, select Orange Money, select Scan and Pay, scan the merchant in QR code. The merchant number go pop up. Enter the amount wey you want to pay. Enter your secret code. Then you go get message wey go show say the transaction don go through. Kotoku na Orange Money na im give am power.
The bill na 9,950 leon, sir. One leon.
That legal tender.
Okay, well, please help me contact, sir.
More patient.
But do now we want pay with Kotoku 2 Orange Money on account back to me.
I don't pay like Kotoku. You don't see her?
Commission fine forget. Kotoku no
But wait, how them pay quick so?
Yes, with Kotoku, you no need for tinap na long line. Just for pay or even waste your time or risk your life for waka with Boku money. You can pay your merchants straight and safu one na in Orange Money Kotoku wallet. It's fast and simple. Just scan the merchant in QR code na the Maxit app. Enter the amount, enter your password and send. Or dial #144*42#. Now you that. You merchant safe. Can enjoy free cash out, Lily business loan, and get commission on any payment. So why you for waka with Boku money where you can just Kotoku am? Kotoku with Orange Money. It's fast, easy, and secure.
Now they pursue you.
But I don't see one man they shout, run. Say my pepper, increasing ball in the chapter. I don't cut out. Nobody say somebody.
Nobody they really pursue you.
Nobody they pursue you.
What do you mean?
You run enter inside locked door. What is something that really happen? They come catch me for this place.
We not get back door. You don't fit follow back.
I go follow long journey. Where shortcuts they here?
Hey God.
I saw.
And you?
Huh?
You? So if something they happen true, nothing go wrong, leave me.
Wrong?
Now the love what you say you go prove to me with that.
Me? Wrong? I don't be wrong leave you now. You know my life. You don't see where person go wrong live in life. I only run, go back, go take balance, strategize. So when I fall out like this, I will feel confront anything when they come. You understand? You don't trust me.
Really strategize. That's where I just did that side, I just sat down. You don't only run with backyard. Go strategize.
Keep quiet.
I don't know that you speak back me.
Watch your daughter. You tell now your daughter they talk anyhow. They talk to me anyhow. Watch your daughter. I want them all.
No, there's nothing. You shut up now. Eh? You go shut up.
See person where you trust. Person where don't get single trust.
But you stop saying nobody to pursue you.
Hi, you push that thing. I saw your teeth, bro. When they talking to my mouth, I beg. Man, know what to do.
Just what you're beginning to tell me. You know what you're beginning.
What did I do? If I sick, man, know what to sick me. Next time I go ask them, they will tell me that brown teeth cause the sickness. I better go.
Why?
Johnny, come here. Wabi, come here. Come here. Look, for how many months now? Eh? Where my money? I never see shishi. Okay, calm down now. Calm down. This is not be my fault. No be the one you with the para like this. See, I no go lie for you. That motor they stress me. That motor they give me wahala. Every day they break down one fault or the other. You fit ask everybody around now. All the mechanic who in this area, they don't know me. If you check my phone now, you go see mechanic 1, mechanic 2, mechanic 3. That's also breakdown if they break down. And if they break down like this, how I won't take anybody to pay you? Hello, Johnny. How many times I call you? I don't really count. See, if by this weekend you don't pay me my boss money, I'll collect the boss key from you. See, I'm not joking. No. I will leave him. Feel it. Just feel it. Come on, leave him. You get bored. Leave him alone. Don't worry. You just leave him. See, if by this weekend, Johnny, you don't pay my boss money, I will collect the boss key. I'm not joking. No. Okay, Ogami, I bet you feel repair the boss. This weekend, pay me my boss money, or else. No, I said when you the repair and make her use and work. Which kind of wahala? Which kind of bad luck with this kind of money? Eh? Ogami.
Customer, food don't come. Okay, you don't go chop anything.
It's okay. Let me eat first.
Okay, no one.
Who am I drink now?
No best, I be my drink.
Usual, you don't have a drink now.
I dey come. No best, so. I don't bring am more. See, I'm no best.
My love.
Eh?
My baby.
My love.
My baby. My tsunami. Earthquake, Ecopin, Caterpillar,
I don't mix it. I did fine.
But that's your business, just a boom.
Yes, so.
You see rice just a flower up and down.
Then they see I'm even drink. Happen.
Oh my dear.
So you no go work today, kilo share.
I beg. Don't remind me of my sadness. I just wake up. Normally, I say make I start my day. You know, say that motor they give me wahala. I say okay, make I just rush go buy oil. The first person I just see that Baba Femi. And anytime I set my eyes on that man for morning, my day ruined. Now I say no. That's a bad sign. Make I just come spend the day with my baby.
This is how you talk no make sense. You know say we need money. Eh? It don't make sense at all. I've been a laziness they do you.
Hey, stop that rubbish. If you count one of the most strongest, hard-working men in this world, they will count me first. How can somebody be lazy and be maintaining this fire? Show me this thing. How can you be lazy?
They're not
hard work. Is this your thing? I am not lazy. You are lazy for don't leave me since.
That one.
Now, so that's how it be. How you dey go now?
I did try.
Nice one. But you know say I dey try. You know.
No, you try.
Yes.
Cut cap for you.
You no go give me food.
No, but baby, wait first. You just want one thing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna need money today.
Money again? I gave you money last week now.
Babe, things don't cost so. Things don't cost. And again, one Ashwebi one won't buy. My friend grandmama died, so they say Ashwebi na 30K. I go need pay for him so that go fit go the party.
Ashwebi for grandmother?
Yes.
What did they use Ashwebi for? Person don't die. I want to know say whether they wear clothes or not.
Which kind of?
I bet this Ashwebi thing don't they turn billing. More than leave Ashwebi. See, money no dey for Ashwebi. That day of the burial, come me and you go dey, more the massage, more the knack, more the knack. Who don't die, don't die. I bet forget that.
I shall.
I bet leave that.
Come, this money you go come, I bet you no go come.
No, I don't get now. Nobody I get money, I go give you. I don't get money now.
So you don't get money?
I don't get. If I get, I go give.
You no get money? You mean
I go get.
You mean
You mean How much be the money? 30,000.
30K.
I go get.
You go show today, Abi.
Today?
Today now.
I never even hustle now.
You go hustle.
Hey, but I go find them now. No be the way you think they do.
Now that money I must get them today. Or else,
I'm not sure say you go fit come out today.
You know go see me with that.
Okay, you go come out. You go come out today. You go come out today. You call me, sit down. Look at now. People they look you now. You want to share my market to everybody.
My love.
Make I rush go hustle.
Oh yeah, nah. You know go chop first.
No, I know the chop again.
You sure?
No, I know the chop again.
You go need strength to shout though.
No worry yourself.
Oh yeah, no one. I go wait for you.
Shake this thing where people dey now.
Familiar. Johnny need me.
What they go on now? I'm going to activate now. You don't forget how shit. What happened?
So you don't know?
If I don't know, I know. The money matter.
If you don't know,
I say you don't back me. Maybe you don't forget.
Me.
So you don't skip that part. Eh?
Skip waiting.
See.
The most important part.
Now the money be this. Everything when I walk today, now be this.
Johnny, this money no plenty now. You know me 30K now.
Which kind of woman being you be? At least you for first count them. I don't say no reach 30K.
I don't need to count down. I just see am now. Waiting there here.
Stop to they talk like that now. You know waiting I pass you to get this money. I know say this money no reach 30K, but at least you can appreciate the effort.
Appreciate waiting since morning.
How many hours I work? Me when no quick start work. I still gather this kind of money give you. You still I say you go even they scream. Why they behave like this now? Appreciate this thing what I do for you.
Of course I love you now. They collect this thing. Waiting me this.
I know what in my eyes see. I will get down. See, I get one request though. If you see waiting I pass through to raise this money, now so I they shout, they scream. I say no, make my effort no day in vain. So today now, I don't want our normal style. What I want me you do for me now? I want me you carry this your forehead. I want me you put down for this bed, then you raise your 2 leg up. I will knock you from up. Because when I think of the suffer, when I suffer, I know if you do normal missionary, get it, no. So I just want something. Let's just be creative. You understand? So bend for me. Let me see your flexibility.
If you tell me to make a hang for ceiling now.
No, I know me.
If you tell me to make a hang for ceiling, you want kill me on top how much? I beg Johnny, no stress.
Why did you? I
beg you, no stress me.
I beg.
No stress me.
No.
Johnny, if you know if you do I'm normal, we leave them. I don't tire. I beg. I want
see. They say I know go pick
you know they can't work today.
No. I don't give you money now.
How much? You reach 30K.
I beg.
Now you want
but if you hang leg here.
I no fit. If you no fit do I'm normal, we leave them. I beg.
Bisi, can you put your leg here?
I no fit though.
Every day, this man go just come here, chop my mama food, drink mineral, just sleep like say na him build this house. People they fall in love. I don't know what my mama say for this useless man. I dey come.
Come on.
Hello. Oh, worry. I will send you another car. Don't mind that yeah boy. Don't mind him. I'll send you another car. They will bring another car to you now.
Baba me. I greet you, sir.
Johnny.
Baba me. Now all the money now inside the envelope.
Johnny.
Sir?
Now 3,700 naira be this guy.
Shut down.
You know, say your weekly delivery money now 25,000 naira. Oh, they want pay 3,700 naira for me. Kill it.
Mami, why you talk like this now, Baba me? Everywhere get the way it dey. What be so you go there? You go appreciate the effort, the ginger, the zeal. When person take hustle this money, you know easy. Papa, now we dey road, now we know what we dey see. Traffic, this one, motor, to even feed, na problem. When person go feed, you go buy fuel, nothing go. Yeah, but you say based on who you be, say if I give you this money, you go tell me say, come on, take it, go and eat.
What did they worry you? Close here. Go. Give me my khaki.
No, Baba, no verse. That thing what talk, no verse. No, if I don't verse, no verse. Sorry, I just dey play. Carry the money.
Before I close my eye, open them. You don't give me my khaki for hand now. Johnny, give me my khaki, the most money for me khaki. Oh my man, you are running away. If I catch you, you will know that it's Baba Femi that is talking. It's a Magakan. Johnny.
Chop this food.
I don't hear. I don't hear.
Now what you put inside this food? Make they come. Just they come. I said make you they come.
I don't hear.
What's the put for the food?
I'll just confess. No say yesterday I forget that you say ingredients don't finish. Now you say my cook. Now only red oil I see. And I not say you go vex if the food no sweet. I can't carry sugar put inside make for sweet.
Hi, Epi! Sugar!
Yes, ma.
Now which kind begin with this one? I can't chop am.
I dey fast. I dey do fasting.
Which one you fasting they do?
Mama, I swear I dey fast. Pastor say my fast make demon for come off my body.
See, if I sit down on top you, all your interest I go pass on back.
Cause I tell you, say your pikin a witch. Say she dead possessed. As she small so, what is supposed to talk? Now when she take her job, and so she use water wake me this morning. She back me water on top bed.
Hey!
I don't tell you, this pikin make you carry and go give you papa. Not be one person they born pikin. Before this pikin spoil the love when I get for you.
Talk so now my pikin now.
What is she go take drugs? She take her chop punch. Carry her go give her papa. I'm not gonna repeat myself again.
Hey! Epi, you not gonna kill me, oh! You will come back this house, come meet me.
You know say this thing dey very wrong.
Very wrong.
You don't dey very stressful.
Yes, now.
How you go talk say if we not pay this level?